Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my Robinhood portfolio. As always, hope you guys had an awesome day trading today. Kind of a rough market to be quite honest today. All three major indices in the red. Nasdaq down 0.65%, S&P 500 down 0.3%. The Dow 30 was down about 30 points, 0.16%. And you can see my portfolio here in the red today, down a whopping $206.30. So not a great day, even down a little bit more with after hours trading. As I scroll through my portfolio, you can see up top here my high dividend yielding ETFs in the red, my pharmaceuticals in the green actually, which is kind of surprising. But as I continue scrolling down, you can see a lot of red, some green representing some stocks that trended up today, interspersed, but a lot of red to be quite honest throughout my portfolio. Of note, my Ford here actually posted its earnings today, and to be quite honest, it beat analyst expectations, but it still dropped 1.18% of its total value today. A little bit puzzled by that. As I mentioned in the prior video, Ford was expected to have earnings that were much less than Q2 earnings, about half of Q2 earnings, which were, to be quite honest, some of the highest earnings Ford has ever produced. So not sure why this was not already kind of factored into the price of the stock before today. And like I said, the earnings that Ford did post were actually better than what analysts had predicted. So if anything, the stock should have either stayed the same or went up a bit. So a little bit puzzled why that happened. Could be some noise traders, or yeah, not quite sure about that. If anybody has any ideas, let me know. Yeah, a little bit puzzled by that. But anyway, that translates, for me anyway, into an additional $87 loss today. So overall return for this particular play with Ford down $259.37. Of note, about 95 of that is the dividend payment, which is typically expected following the ex-dividend date. So I'm still down, $180 or so, $170 or so. So quite a bit of money that I'm down. I'm not too worried about this. I'm playing Ford for the longer term. You can see here it's trending down quite a bit here, but I think it's still a great company. I still think it's got long-term potential. It's got a great dividend yield, 5%. I don't think there's any fear of losing that in the interim. So while I hold this stock, and by long, I could hold this for years, to be quite honest. So yeah, not quite sure what happened to that today. Another stock that I've been trying to get out of actually, and this is noted on one of my videos as well, why I bought this stock. Some of my viewers have thought I was crazy buying this, and I'm not completely disagreeing with that sentiment, but this PIMCO High Income Fund here trended down $113 today. I was trying to get out of that, almost got out of that about 2 weeks ago actually. And should have done that. Unfortunately, probably held on to this a little bit too long. Turned down $113. This particular stock trades at quite a bit of a premium, as noted in one of the comments. Typically 40% or so, which, again, the comment said it was insane, and I wouldn't disagree with that. But it's been that way since 2011 or so. I thought I could get in and out of the stock, getting the dividend payment. That was a big mistake, I believe. And it's also invested in some long-term bonds as well, with the with the interest rate hike looming here. It's probably going to take a hit from that as well. And some major hedge funds have been getting out of the stock. So all three of those things have probably produced this big sell-off today, down 4.35%, which is quite a bit. 6% over the last month, 5% over the last 3 months, and you can see over the last 5 years it's up quite a bit here actually over the last year. A lot of this has to do with one of its long-term fund managers leaving, which apparently had some clout within the junk bond, high income bond fund universe. That accounted for that, and they kind of trended back up here. So hopefully it doesn't take another big drop down, but some of these closed-end funds are quite volatile, especially the ones with the high dividend yield. So probably should have got out of that, but didn't. So between the PHK there and the Ford, accounts for most of my losses today. Otherwise, my portfolio didn't really perform that badly. But again, yeah, not a great day for me today. Again, Ford holding that long. That PIMCO high income fund, I'm trying to get out of that fund. Hopefully I can get out of that without losing too much money, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. I'm not optimistic about that particular stock. So yeah, just wanted to give you guys a quick rundown of how my stocks performed today. Kind of do a little bit of commentary about Ford there with its earnings posting today and what the stock did following that. A little bit surprised. But nevertheless, I'm going to hold Ford long. That PIMCO high income fund, I'm going to get rid of that as soon as I can, if possible. Hopefully I don't take too much of a hit on that. So yeah, let me know how your guys' portfolios did today. With all three of the major indices trending down. So with that commentary, I'll kind of leave this video at that. Feel free to like, share, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And again, comment on my Ford. Did I make a good play with that? Should I hold that long? You know, what are your thoughts about stock dropping even though the earnings beat analysts' expectations? And from what I understand, that low Q3 earnings, which should have been already known and were already predicted by the analysts, that should have already been incorporated into the stock price before today. You know, why'd that stock drop so much? I'm not quite sure about that. I have some ideas, but let me know what you guys think. So, having said all of that, we'll see you guys next video.